Hi, Tyler from Interfidelity here at Big Sound 2015. It's a Monday, and we're here with Aaron. Hi, Aaron.
Hey, Tyler.
This is there's maybe two more people that'll be coming through, and so we're getting close to the end. Aaron, like all of our other victims, went through the process of blind testing and then listened to a bunch of headphones to find out which ones he liked the most. And so we're going to give him a chance to chat about that. Aaron, how was your experience this morning with the blind test?
It's exhausting, absolutely, and it's humbling. The first round with the 3 different amps and the HD 800s, I felt like I was doing pretty good. I think I did pretty good.
Did pretty good there, yeah.
And then switching over to the HE 1000s, I was guessing.
Yeah.
And the thing I learned about blind testing is as soon as you think you're going after a particular thing, you're just guessing at that point. If you're trying to find a particular sound in there, you're going to talk yourself into thinking you hear it all over the time. So your head is you got to get your head out of the picture if you're really going to do it.
It really is a psych out, isn't it? I mean, it's amazing how many head games come up as you're doing it.
It's essential. Everyone has to do it. You have to know what the limits of your ability are. But it is not the only way to evaluate equipment.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
But it's good. It's good to get a beginning sense of the nature of the amplifiers. Even I've found, even if I'm unsuccessful in the testing, usually you begin to get some sort of an inkling of what the differences are, and then later on, as you get more experience with the various amplifiers and various products, you can see if that comes out to be true or not. I mean, in the end, the most important thing is to have the self-discipline not to have some kind of bias just because you like the color of something or whatever it happens to be. It's not so easy, but cool. And then so you had an interesting experience with the A/B testing, and then went on to spend quite a bit of time listening to the various headphones. Why don't we go through them one by one? If you could stand up, we'd take a look here at the end with the LCD3s.
Love them. They are, I have a pair. They are a go-to headphone for me. There are better ones in the room, but they are, the bottom end and the detail are just so beautiful. They'll always have a place in my life. They're great.
Cool. And the Enigma Acoustics Dharma.
I would recommend these. I would recommend these highly to someone who wanted to hear what audiophile headphone sound is like. The bottom is detailed and rich, and the top is crisp and clean. The problem is there's something lacking in between that almost makes me wish that there was a single driver in there that could do it all. So cohesiveness, I think, was missing. But it's weird because bottom and top are both so excellent, they just don't cohere.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then the Audio Zenith PM-X2.
Yeah, these are an elegant headphone. The feel of these is terrific. The sound is like a warm blanket. If I had a friend who was looking for something to just enjoy the sound of music, these may be a good recommendation. You can just enjoy the experience of them. They're not as transparent as many of the others. Okay.
Yeah. And then the Hi-Fi Man HE 1000.
Yeah, these were my favorite at the end of the day. It took me a long time to come around to that realization. But what they do is just present music in a way that is enjoyable. Okay, others have different strengths, but the overall cohesion here was the best I found in the room.
And the HD 800s, now these are modified, and you have an unmodified pair that I actually measured today.
Yep.
So how did you find these?
The mod is an improvement. It's a big improvement. The sound of the HD 800 is still analytical and clinical, so they have their purpose. But for sustained listening, I think I would probably prefer the thousands. But the mod makes a big difference. There's a winciness that I didn't even notice until I listened without the mod.
Yeah.
So and I'm going to be making that mod.
Yeah, yeah. I actually yesterday when Mike was here, I stumbled upon I told him you should try real felt, not the fake felt, and he He said, really? Is there thinks there's a difference? And I go, oh yeah, I think there's a big difference. And so I got out this little package of stuff I had, and then that I had some real felt in that I bought for when I was doing the mods. And I noticed in there that I had one of the sheets that already has the template on it, ready to cut out. And so I gave that to Aaron today. So he's got a pretty easy task of doing the old version of the Annex mod that I've got in my headphones. And then on to the Mr. Speaker's Ether.
Yeah, I loved these. These were the most comfortable headphones in the whole room. I loved the way they felt. I loved the hand feel, the head feel of them. They felt thin to me, and the sound was a kind of scaled down version, in my opinion, of the HE1000s. They were a little less impactful than the LCD3s. For wearability, they would be my choice, but they're better headphones in the room, in my opinion.
Yeah. And, well, let's drop down to the Abyss headphone. Did you spend any time with the Abyss?
Yeah, I did. I spent about 5 minutes with the Abyss. Feels like you're about to undergo neurosurgery when you put them on. They just clamp onto your head. They sounded the most like speakers in the room. The bass was clear, well-defined, and it gave me a sense of coming outside my body, but as soon as vocals came in, it was recessed and it almost felt nasal, so I didn't want to continue to listen to them. But for the right type of music and the right setting, they're a replacement for speakers in the room. That's a lot to say for headphones.
Yeah. The two stacks, the 009 and the 007.
Yep. At first listen, the 009s were my favorite in the whole room. For an extended listen, I ended up preferring the HE1000s. These guys are a roller coaster ride. You got to hold on to the edge of your seat. You got to pay attention. You're going to catch every detail. And I found that after about 20 minutes, I wanted to switch back to something that was a little more laid back and a little more comfortable. The 007 was too dark for me, so I'm told there are some mods that you can make, but I preferred the sound of the 009, and maybe there's an 008 that has yet to exist that would be perfect. But this was my second favorite sound in the room.
Cool. And did you, not really on the list, but the LCD-X, did you spend any time listening to that?
I preferred the 3 coming in. The X sounds more recessed to me than the 3, so maybe that's a likable sound, but not recessed in a way that puts it on par with the HE1000.
Cool. Any comments on amplifiers or DACs?
Oh
or
yeah,
anything?
I spent a lot of time with amps. So DACs I gave up. I knew I wasn't going to be able to ABX the DACs, so I didn't even try. They're wonderful products. Absolutely, the overall sound in this room is terrific. So a lot of that's got to come from the DAC. I played with the amps. I took the HE1000s and I plugged them into as many balanced jacks as I could find. The mono blocks were magnificent. But actually, when you're talking about amps at this level, they do everything well, and I feel like you're almost splitting hairs, and you really got to listen. And the other thing is, you can only hear a difference right when you switch, and then your brain takes over, and they all start sounding good and wonderful again. The feel of the Moon was gorgeous. The volume knob, the buttons, the sound. I loved the Moon. I felt like I could pick out a bit of a tube sound with the Teton. I love the sound, but the truth is, when I A-B'd it against the Moon, I couldn't tell the difference. What else? I love the Bioelectric. I have it at home, and I feel like it holds its ground absolutely with the other amps. And the others were all terrific. The Burson and the Eddy Current sounded a little constricted to me compared to some of the others, but certainly nothing to laugh at.
Cool.
Wonderful.
So overall, your experience here with all this gear, what was it like for you today?
It's a dream come true. It's really fantastic to be in the room with this much gear. I gotta say, I'm going to go back to feeling happy with what I got. I know that there are some differences that are extremely subtle, and I don't feel like I need to expend a lot more cash to get a great musical experience. So
cool.
Yeah.
Good. Well, there you have it. Aaron's listened to the best there is and is going to end up saving a little money and hanging on to what he's got for a little while and modifying those HD800s. And
exactly.
All right. Well, thanks, Aaron. I really appreciate your time today, and we'll see you guys sometime real soon.